Hello there, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going to review my thoughts on the brand new video game, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This video will be spoiler-free since the game is currently only accessible to PC and Xbox players. So my PlayStation friends, fear not, I got you covered. I will not be revealing any major events that happen in the game, but I will be covering the basic concepts and my overall gameplay experience on the PC.
Great Circle.
Before I dive into the basics, I want to first throw out the difficulty settings because this truly changes the way your overall gameplay experience intensity will play out. I set my settings to normal so I could get the hang of the combat in the beginning and stealth mechanics. But as I progressed, I noticed the game was getting too easy for me, so I bumped it all the way up to hard, which is not the highest difficulty, surprisingly. There's one above it called Hardest, which is an extreme gameplay mode where you get double the amount of enemies and even trickier stealth bypasses, so you'll get spotted even faster. Now, before you get excited and go guns blazing, since you can use Indy's revolver, that is truly used as a last resort. You have the famous bullwhip that can be used not only to navigate and attack enemies, but you can also use it to lure guards away so you can take them out sneakily and hide them out of sight before someone sees you. The revolver can be used if you wish at any time, but it is not just used for shooting. You can use this to knock out guards until it breaks. Luckily, you'll be able to fix it with a repair kit, but you have to find those as you explore the areas you travel to. Other weapons at your display can be used to knock out guards as well, like broomsticks, frying pans, and if you need a quick distraction, throw an apple. I'm not even joking about that last part. You can get an achievement for throwing an apple at an enemy. Hand-to-hand combat is what you will be using the most in this game. And I am going to be honest, I did not realize how many combos you can use until I got halfway through the game. I didn't realize there was a game manual when you open the main menu, so do yourself a favor and read it so you won't struggle as much as I did. Which leads me to my next point about exploring. You will discover many books, maps, and notes scattered out throughout all of the locations you travel to. The books are especially important because they help upgrade your stamina, health bar, and more. You will also equip other tools throughout your journey like Indy's camera, a lighter, and scuba mask to help you figure out puzzles and navigate through areas you can't access. Also, to those who were concerned about the first-person point of view style, I honestly could not picture this game done any other way. You do get some third-person perspectives, but just enough where I got to see Indy from time to time while climbing through certain areas. You do get your fill of both throughout the entirety of your gameplay. Overall, the combat is fun, challenging, and satisfying to watch as you finish off enemies with heavy hitters. The story begins at Marshall College in 1937, which takes place in between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. It picks up shortly after Indy has left his fiancée Marion, followed by an artifact theft that takes place at the college. Now it's up to Indiana to investigate why a certain artifact was stolen for a specific purpose. And that's when the adventure begins. Jones heads to the Vatican to track down this mysterious thief. Along the way, he runs into a new friend named Gina Lombardi, an investigative reporter who's looking for her missing sister, but also intrigued by this new Great Circle case. She and Indy work together to find out what they are both seeking. And as the adventure continues, he discovers the spiritual significance of the sites that have been built throughout history. Realizing their locations form a perfectly aligned circle. However, they're not the only ones interested in the Great Circle. as Indiana runs into more Nazis, and of course, the head of this great discovery, Emmerich Voss. The dynamic between all of these actors was so spot on. All of the chemistry they had with each other made it feel like another Indiana Jones movie that we desired many years ago. Troy Baker, who plays our hero, absolutely nailed it out of the park, and I was beyond impressed with his Harrison Ford impression. He sounded so identical to him, I literally could not tell the difference. I never would have guessed Harrison Ford didn't participate in this game because that's how similar Troy Baker sounded. Not only did he nail the voice, but captured the true essence of Indiana's character overall. Gina Lombardi, who was played by Alessandra Mastronardi, was so likable. I fell in love with her portrayal, and the dynamic between her and Indy was so natural. Nothing felt forced, over the top, or even annoying. She had such a personality and a true fighting spirit to stand up for what's right. Even if she does get into some danger, but that won't stop her. And she was an absolute joy to get to know from start to finish. As for the main villain, Emmerich Voss, played by Marios Gavrilis, was an amazing new character. While the Nazis are normally known for being smart, yet dumb, nothing felt forced or over the top. He was actually believable, and I found myself intrigued by his motives. But he was, of course, tracking the power of the Great Circle for the wrong reasons, and was super psychotic. He reminded me a lot like the first villain, Arnold Ernest, but more determined to seek what he wants by any means necessary. Mario's performance was fantastic, and he totally nailed it. I don't want to give away too much on Tony Todd's character, but it truly left me gutted that he passed away shortly before the game was released, which is so heartbreaking because from what I experienced, he was also another fantastic casting choice, and I only wish we could see more from him. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is one of, if not the best video games I have ever played in history. I really felt like this game was a movie, and I was super immersed throughout the entirety of my gameplay experience, and I enjoyed the story just as much as the original trilogy. It's been long overdue to have a game like this, and it truly was a next-gen level experience. Overall, I rate this game a solid 10 out of 10. This was everything I wanted from an Indiana Jones adventure, and I couldn't be any more satisfied, and I am very excited for the next installment in the series.